Hello, welcome to another episode of Fujoshi Trash Talk, place where being Fujoshi Trash is celebrated. My name is Stacy, and I am joined again by the usual people, Tara.
Hi.
And Jen.
Hello.
Over across the ocean, living it up in Japan.
Woo!
Today we're going to talk about a manga series called Escape Journey by Ogeretsu Tanaka. Now this story is about two guys named Taichi and Naoto, who were friends in high school, and then ended up becoming involved with each other. However, things didn't work out, and they ended up breaking up, making it difficult to stay friends. Then the two meet up again when they're in college, and seem to be on track to rekindling their relationship. But will the same issues that plagued them in the past continue to persist? There are 3 volumes out for this series. I know Jen read some of it. How much did you read?
I read the first volume in Japanese.
So there are currently 2 volumes available, translated in English by Sublime Manga, with the 3rd volume coming out in June 2019.
Okay, so let's start with our reactions to the manga. First off, I was meh. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. It's very much a common shoujo boy meets girl, have issues, get together, have issues, overcome, have issues.
Phrasing.
Just happen to be 2 guys.
I enjoyed it fairly well, though I do agree that there are some parts where it gets overly dramatic, maybe mostly in the 2nd volume, where there's other characters coming in and kind of getting involved with the relationship and making them question it more than they probably should.
Yeah, no, I agree. There were those very typical tropes where you're just like, oh my god, just talk to each other. Why are you being jealous and being like, well, you should know why I'm angry with you? And it's like, well, I don't know why you're angry with me. Now I'm angry at you because you're angry at me. And it's like, oh my god, just talk. So there were a couple of those romance tropes in there, but I overall really enjoyed it. I thought the pictures were cute, and their relationship, although very dramatized, seemed a little more realistic.
And maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much, is because it's very realistic. It's very like a normal everyday. There was very little humor, a lot of drama. And if I really wanted that, I could watch Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, but Desperate Housewives doesn't get you man-on-man action.
It doesn't have all the sex.
But it was normal gay sex.
Oh, yes. This came up before we started recording, that Tara made a comment to my husband about how, well, it was just regular gay sex, not hot gay sex. So Tara needs to explain what the difference is here.
First off, that made your husband and my relationship seem really weird.
We've all known each other a long time. It's fine.
I was discussing gay sex with your husband. It's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I think I've discussed gay sex with your husband too.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for sure. I'm pretty sure our husbands have discussed gay sex.
All right.
I think why it was just sex was because I didn't care about any of the characters. I mean, I rooted for them, but I didn't really care. If that makes sense. The drawing style was okay. It's average. It's got the blanks. And definitely a top and a bottom. Definitely, if you're in that position, you could definitely put yourself in this book and really like one of the characters or the other character. But I didn't care. So it was pretty pictures, but I was like, eh. Whereas you have the ones where they struggle and they finally get together and you're like, yes, finally.
Yeah, I hear they gave you some sex right up front.
Yeah. I thought it was quite cute. Like their faces, I guess their expressions most of all, especially, I guess even when they're not having sex, when they have expressions and they focus on the lips and they're biting them and they're obviously distressed or distracted. And I just thought it was cute.
And I agree. It's very realistic, very good romance for essentially a gay shoujo romance. The drawings were very good. You could definitely picture yourself in that relationship, but I just didn't care about them.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough if you don't care about the characters themselves. There was one scene where one of them gets a little too forceful and it's like, oh no, don't do that. You guys were perfect and now you ruined it. And then they just kind of brush it under the rug, in the next couple of pages. And you're like, what? That was a pretty traumatic scene. And you're just like, meh, it's nothing.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the unfortunate things or unfortunate tropes of BL genre is that they kind of gloss over any not entirely consensual things. Where it's like, oh, it's fine the next day.
Or any power level issues.
Yeah.
You're my boss, but it's okay. Okay, by the way, that has nothing to do with this manga. Let's just go back.
No. Or like, oh, you're my client, and yeah.
At least there wasn't like a power issues going on in this, since it was just two students and not one really being above the other. And
yeah,
well, I guess they're above him in bed.
I think that's what I liked about it, was that they, even though they were both into girls, they both didn't find it weird that they had fallen in love with a guy, and it was all very natural.
Yeah, well, that's another common trope, really.
Yeah, rather than I want something from you, so I'm going to bribe you and you have to sleep with me in order for me to, if you want to get it, trope.
That was part of book 2.
Part of volume 2, there's
Jen!
Spoiler alert. It's not as bad as that, really, but there is someone who finds out about the relationship and kind of holds it over one of the guys, but...
No!
They deal with people handling it, I would consider to be fairly realistic for modern society. The adults are much more anti the students of their same age, or a little bit more accepting.
Mm-hmm.
They do deal with that more realistically, so you feel like you're actually watching a real romance. But that's part of my problem, is that that's not what I enjoy in anime. I like the prince and the pauper, or the rock star and the girl in the audience.
I want my fantasy to be real fantasy, not this real life bullcrap. I don't know, maybe I'm on the flip side, because all the BL and Yuri manga that I'm attracted to tends to be based on either real experiences or more realistic situations.
And I'm okay with realistic if there's some humor, but this is very serious. There's not a lot of humor in it.
Yeah, I guess there aren't a lot of funny moments going on. It is more kind of serious and, oh, what should I do about this? And I'm jealous, but I can't tell him. And he might like that girl, but...
And they do laugh in the manga, but it's not like they bring you in for the joke. It's like they're having a good time. They're students. They go out and drinking. They have a scene of them laughing and drinking and drunk afterward. That's great, but...
But it's not to make you, the audience, laugh. It's to make the characters laugh. To show that they're close. Yeah, I get that. There was actually one bit, though, where I was like, yes! And, like, on the inside, I was like, yeah! But on the outside, I just did, like, a little, happy dance. And my husband was like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. It's not like this manga's cute or anything. Leave me alone.
Which part, Jen?
Oh, it was the bit after the... Okay, so but after the girl confesses to the other guy, and he's like, no, I like somebody else. And she's like, yeah, I know, it's fine. And then
I know you're gay.
They actually talk to each other, and it's like, yay! People talking about their feelings.
What? Yeah, at least the drama around, oh, maybe he likes that girl, wasn't too overly long.
Yeah, it wasn't drawn out.
I grant you the good thing the manga did was the timing and the pace was more realistic. Like, most people, if you're in love with someone and they don't talk to you for 3 days, you're not going to wait 5 months to find out why they're not talking. Like, you're going to go see what's wrong, usually within a day or two. Like, okay, why are you not talking to me? What did we do? What did I do? So they were realistic in their pacing for that part.
Yeah.
There was one thing I really liked about the characters that we didn't really explain earlier, was that a lot of the jealousy comes from the fact that Naoto is very outgoing, and he's definitely bi, although they don't say it, because he flirts with... Okay, that's unfair to say he flirts with everyone, so he's bi, because not all bi people flirt with everyone, but he is obviously attracted to both men and women, and just is a very friendly, outgoing person, compared to Taichi, who's very introverted and doesn't like other people, and he doesn't know how to talk about his feelings because his family situation's a bit messed up. And so I like that dynamic between the two of them, even though that created a lot of drama and jealousy and miscommunication. It was like, I can see these two people being actually realistic characters, which I know Tara doesn't like.
Yeah, and they kind of went where they kind of were at each other's throats sometimes, especially back when they were in high school, because of just the differences between them, to where it would even come to blows sometimes, but...
Phrasing.
But yeah, I liked Naoto a lot. He's a fun character. He's a happy boy.
I liked him that he was the happy boy, but you could he had other emotions too. He wasn't just, I guess they weren't just one-dimensional characters, which you can get a lot in BL.
Or romance in general.
Or romance in general, yeah.
Yeah, no, they were very well-rounded characters, and it was very good, and it really added to the feeling of realism. But I deal with realism a lot of times in my life.
My life is too real, man.
My life is real.
So you want to be more fantastical?
A long time ago, I had free time. I don't know where it went.
Stacey, what did you think of the manga overall?
Like, overall, I did enjoy it, and I do want to read the rest of it, because I'm pretty sure we left off on a cliffhanger. And in the second volume, they get into more things about, you know, how other people react to them, and how many people they should tell, if they want to tell their families and friends about this relationship, like, how long they want to keep, you know, is this something that can be sustained, or because they're two guys, will they eventually just have to break up just because society won't accept their relationship? So I do want to see where that all ends up, and I do think it's a very cute relationship. There was a few moments that definitely made me squee. So like when they were at the aquarium and they kind of held hands behind everybody else's backs.
That was cute.
Or when they had a flashback to the first kiss at the bus stop.
Yeah, I had a lot of good moments. I was just thinking, speaking of the where will it go, I imagine that's probably quite a big concern with Japanese gay men, because as one of Naoto's concerns in the first volume was that he was saying, you know, we're friends, then we're lovers, but then what? If he was going out with a girl, they'd get married and have a family, but I can't do that as a guy. And it's like, oh, bless, you can become a family. Yes. Like,
I know, I wrote down that quote too. Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's just so precious.
So
and sad.
precious.
It's like I want to be his family.
Like, I imagine the author probably had these experiences and thought these things, which is probably why it feels so realistic. And it's saying like, you know, hey, gay people, you can become family. It doesn't have to be a female-male relationship all the time.
Is the author male or female? Seems female, but
I think it's probably a pen name.
Yeah, so I guess you don't really know. I mean, the art style definitely feels more made by women for women.
I don't know.
The more, like, kind of sparkly shoujo-esque style.
Okay, so but you've read Gekkan Shoujo no Zaki-kun, haven't you? Or at least seen the anime?
I've seen a few episodes of the anime.
You gotta watch the rest. Or read the manga, because that's all about a guy who writes shoujo manga. Like, I'm pretty sure they're out there, just as you have women who write like shonen, or you have women who write porn manga. They exist. It's just you never know because everyone uses pen names.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the art? I just talked a little bit about the art.
The art was so pretty. Okay, so I read this after reading another manga, which I just picked up, and like there was something really off about this other manga, and I noticed that I'm pretty sure the author made 3D models of the character and then just moved the camera around and draws them at different angles, because the drawing looks like it's been traced over a 3D model, and it's just
weird.
Yeah, it was weird and jarring. And then going on to this, and all the pictures are really pretty, and it has a lot of detail in the backgrounds, and it's like, it's just so cute. And so I really enjoyed the art.
No, the art was very good.
And it had nice art in the bedroom scenes too, as well.
Hey, I don't know. The bedroom scenes were covered in a lot of katakana with groans and squeaks and other noises.
Yeah. A lot of just sounds to translate.
There were a couple of visuals I probably could have lived without, but...
Like what, Tara? Okay, Tara's showing me a picture of an open asshole with a dick sliding out of it.
Nice.
There was the short that included the video camera that did amuse me. I will grant you that one. That one amused me. It's in volume 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so look forward to that, Jen.
I will. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go and pick up the other 2 volumes from the store. I've been trying to be good, not buy too much. So would you guys recommend this to people to read or not?
I would recommend it to, general BL fans and also people who enjoy, like, shoujo romance and don't mind 2 guys doing it instead of a guy and a girl.
I think I'd probably recommend it. It's more realistic, but it also isn't so violent that you're, like, cringy. Like, in real life, you'd be calling the police.
Just like, for that one scene.
It's a legit romance. So, yes. And it does have a lot of sex.
I guess that is one thing, is that you don't get that much sex in a shoujo manga, which is a shame. Mm-hmm. Because then it would be written for men, not women. No, yeah, I'd highly recommend it. I want to finish it. With only 3 volumes, it's pretty short and sweet. I'm guessing the ending is sweet. I hope it is.
I guess we'll find out later.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I stormed through it, and that's been difficult for me to do lately, so I think that's a good sign.
Where did the first volume end? I try to remember.
The first volume ended with them actually being like, oh yeah, cool, we're a couple.
Okay.
We have no idea what to call it, but, you know, we love each other. And you're like, yeah, they said they love each other.
It is nice it only took them 1 volume to admit they loved each other versus one running for like a year and one chasing.
Only 1 year, Tara?
I was being generous.
Well, it's not shoujo manga, so that's probably why.
Yeah, I was just reading like volume 40-something of Skip Beat lately.
Seriously?
And like, okay, it's still, they haven't confessed to each other. Nope.
Oh my god, why are you still reading it?
Personally recognize that they like each other, but no confession.
And the thing about that one that drives me nuts is she wrote another series that was amazing. And they got together fairly quickly, and it ended up. And the guy she ended up in that series looked like the blonde guy. Looked like Sho. So the girl who ended up with Sho.
Oh my goodness.
It shows the asshole.
I mean, like legit twins, but it's a really good series if you like shoujo and you like spunky girls.
So you can skip Beat, but read Escape Journey and
Tokyo Crazy Paradise?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Tokyo Crazy Paradise.
Tokyo Crazy Paradise 2000, like that. Like, she's a girl and everybody thinks she's a guy because girls were assaulted so much they raised her as a guy, so she kicks everybody's butt.
Oh yeah, no, I've read that. That was amazing.
I know!
And yet, Skip Beat, you can't just wrap it up.
But I'm wondering if it's her or if it's
Publishing company.
It's probably the publishing company.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the authors themselves, you can tell where the authors are like, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah, which is a shame.
And yet the publishers are like, we got you on contract. And
yeah.
I mean, I guess it still has an interesting story going on, but if you're looking for a progression of the romance, just give up.
Or read Escape Journey.
Maybe the final volume will have something resolution.
Hanakimi didn't. Still bitter. So many years later, and I'm still bitter.
The grudges we never let go of.
Oh, they'll get together. No. Oran Host Club.
No, if you read the manga, that did end with a resolution. The anime just ended, but the manga did have resolution.
I don't like the manga's resolution.
So anyway, if you do want a resolution, this is only 3 volumes long. And it looks like the author has written a whole bunch of other BL.
Nice.
Mostly with guys with glasses, which I also appreciate. I didn't mention that before, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like Glasses Boy. He cute.
Cute. He's so cute.
What does it say? I like the blackmailing guy. He was dark and moody.
Oh,
you got the same taste as Tara?
Yeah, the type that Tara likes shows up in volume 2.
Wait, isn't that normally the type that you like, Stacey?
No, she likes the asshole.
Yeah.
I mean yes, there is. It's a BL manga, of course there were.
Stacey's very much the tsundere asshole type.
Yeah, there isn't really a tsundere in this.
No.
Yeah.
Because honestly, most people in real life are not tsundere. Like, it's not usually a personality you come across in real life a lot.
I think it's sort of a trope in Japan because men don't talk about their feelings, and it's not like I love you or anything. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And that could be fair. But most Western cultures, you're not going to get a lot of tsundere.
No.
But then let's be honest, in most cultures or most people, you're not going to get a specific trope because people are too multifaceted.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Like, really, every moe person, okay, you all know someone who can be a little bit moe.
Yeah, no, like, or you get people who act super moe and then behind the scenes they're like a complete bitch. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything.
Wow, Jen. Judgmental much?
Or they're moe in public and in private, they're freaking like multi-millionaires.
Or they're a Yankee.
That'd be awesome.
Or they're vicious, or they're multi-millionaires, extremely smart. They'll play dumb in public and smart. Those are the scary people.
Well, I don't think I've met many multi-millionaires, Tara, so I can't really comment on that one. So how many eggplants would you rate this?
Yeah, on the eggplant scale, I mean, they go pretty far. It's pretty graphic. So...
Yeah, there are a lot of eggplants in this.
Yeah, maybe a 9 out of 10. Because we didn't get things like X-ray shots, which I would put as the 10 out of 10 eggplant scale.
X-ray shots go into more of the straight, well, not straight porn.
Oh, I've seen them in BL.
No, yeah, okay, BL porn.
I guess that's a good distinction to make. This is definitely more of a love story with sex added. This isn't really like porn with a story kind of added on. I would probably go 8 out of 10 because the characters didn't really speak to me. So while the pictures were nice, I didn't really care.
I think I'd go 8.5 to 9 for eggplants, yeah. I mean, their relationship felt real and hard. Disappointed by that one scene in the middle of the first volume, and then they never talked about it. But, I mean, the reasoning behind everyone's actions made sense, and also the pictures and their expressions are super cute. So, yeah. I guess actually, yeah, I'd say a good 9 out of 10.
Okay, just to overall sum it up,
yeah.
This is a very realistic, very well-drawn series. The first 2 of the 3 volumes are out in English. The third one will be out in June. We will all probably read it and finish it because we are interested to see how it ends. It's fairly realistic, but if you're looking for fantasy, if you're looking for humor, this is probably not the series for you. If you're looking for a good BL love story that has realistic sex and realistic situations, but are handled well, this is probably the series for you.
What would you give it as an overall, like, personal rating, separate from the sex rating?
Honestly, it's not my cup of tea. I'd probably do 3 out of 5. It's a good series, it's well drawn, but I just didn't care about the characters all that much. I never really rooted for them. I just kind of read it as like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I think I would give it 4 out of 5. I think there are some improvements that could be made, but there were very cute scenes, and I liked the characters, especially cute glasses boy Naoto. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I look forward to reading the rest.
Well, I guess mine would be the same as my eggplant scale, and I'd have to give it a 4.5 out of 5 or a 9 out of 10. It was a very enjoyable series, and I really want to keep reading it. And probably actually even look at the author's other work. I'm very curious.
Yeah, I'll probably do that as well. See what other series are available, either in English or to get in Japanese from Kinokuniya or something. Or from Jen sending me a box of porn from Japan.
Woohoo!
That will wrap up our discussion for today. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to hear more episodes of Fujoshi Trash Talk and other podcasts, visit anybroscreative.com, where you'll find our podcasts, plus others such as Real Japan, The Regular Anibros, and Otofu Susume, with Jen and her husband debating each other about their poor choices in media and life in general.
You say poor choices or porn choices?
Poor. I mean, can it be both?
Not yet. No, we haven't tried recommending that kind of stuff to each other yet.
Wow. Idea for a future episode.
I could recommend him some BL and see what he thinks. Ooh, yes. That's a great idea.
The Otafu BL edition.
Otafu Joshi.
Yes! Okay. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.